Anna, thank you very much indeed. Yeah, just casting my eye over these Publicis numbers. Well, Stefan Pedrazzi not only been speaking to the boss of BNP Paribas, he's also been busy with the boss of Publicis as well. Stefan, give us the numbers first, though.
403 million euros for the net profit for the last year at Publicis, which is below the average forecast of 413 million euros we had for Publicis. The revenue is down 6.5% on the full year, and the margin fell to 15% in 2009. Maurice Lévy, the CEO of Publicis, feels that the company was very resilient given the market conditions. He also believes that the growth will be back in 2010, but Publicis won't improve its margins before 2011.
We had a 5.4% negative growth in the fourth quarter, 6.5% for the full year, both compared to a decline in the market which is above 12%. So we can say that not only we have been able to weather the crisis, but to gain market share, and we have a sequential improvement from quarter to quarter since the month of June. What I would like to add is that the first indication we have for January are pretty good.
What's your guidance for the advertising market in 2010, and how do you think that Publicis will perform relatively?
All indications give us the feeling that the market will be slightly positive, and we believe that we will do better than the market. It's definitely for us a growth which will be positive with a plus before the number, and this number should be higher than what the market will deliver.
Do you have a margin target for 2010?
Our objective in 2010 is to invest in many areas, including talent, particularly after the difficulties of 2009, and therefore if we maintain the same level of margin, we'll be quite happy, and our objective is to go back to an increase of the margin from 2011 and onwards.
Are you planning some acquisitions again in 2010?
We have a situation which is financially sound, very solid, very robust, with 3.7 billion euros of liquidities, and I believe that we have the possibility of making a lot of acquisition. We will be very cautious. This is the signature of Publicis, to be very cautious, very prudent, and we will acquire only specifically and targeted acquisition for the time being in two directions. One is emerging market, where we want to increase our footprint, and the second is on digital, and particularly international operations outside the US and in some European countries, in Latin America and in Asia Pacific.
And Maurice Lévy also says that revenue from digital should reach 25% of total revenue in 2010 for Publicis. We had other numbers this morning. Steve, you mentioned BNP Paribas stronger than expected for the fourth quarter of the last year, 1.36 billion euros, mainly because of a lower cost of risk. However, the revenue for the fourth quarter is below expectations, 10 billion euros, which is 200 million euros short of expectations. The CEO of the bank is confident that European authority will address the situation in Greece, and also he made clear that BNP Paribas has a very limited exposure to the Greek economy. We also had numbers from Atos Origine. They are below expectations. Net profit 32 million euros for the last year. It's exactly half of the average forecast we had for Atos Origine. The computer services group warns about decline of its organic revenue in 2010, a slight decline, but still the company wants to improve its operating margin by 50 to 100 basis points in 2010. That's the story, the numbers we had out of Paris this morning. Steve, I send it back to you.
Yeah, Stefan, and just let me say, fantastic interviews, by the way. I really enjoyed both of them. Thank you very much. I thought they were great.